Hey guys, Wardock Studios here, and today I got something really awesome for you guys. So yeah, I see my render resolution is we're in 5.6. Same thing as the last video I shot where we were doing this. You need to remember to set your res to 100%, um, and set your screen percentage to 100%. Otherwise, as you can see over on the right, we're only at 70 something percent of our screen percentage. So we are in a packaged out project. So this is indeed a dev build of a packaged out project. And we average anywhere between 120, and looking at the sky, we can bump into 200. So this is SM5 Lumen with the CVAR flag that I've shown in my previous videos on how to get Lumen back working in DX11. Now, in DX12, I'm averaging around 98 to 115, 112 frames per second in SM5 with normal shadow maps. And in DX12 with VSMs, it's even lower than that. It's anywhere between 98 and 100 frames, if that. So, the lows are lower. And that's just because I'm on a 2080 Ti. It's a DX12 card, but its memory bandwidth, it bottlenecks pretty quickly when you start moving complex shaders around. And we all know SM6 is a little heavier, VSMs are a little heavier. So it is what it is, right? Also, in DX11, you don't have to worry about PSO caching stuff as much. The hardware vendor takes care of the majority of that. You will want to preload a couple of your like cascades or Niagara particles, but outside of that, the driver does tend to handle DX11 a little bit better than DX12. And you, as a developer, won't be on the hook to bundle PSOs. So, there are some pros to using DX11. With Lumen, you get all of the benefits of GI, and with upscalers like TSR. Now, this is my modified version of TAA. You will see there is very, very, very minimal ghosting when moving around. You're not, it has been tweaked to my liking for this stylized form, and I didn't want to pay for TSR because I would have lost another 20 FPS for TSR and its upscaler unless I wanted to go lower than native 1080p. So, yeah, great little scene, lovely. Now, here's the surprise for you guys. If we exit out of here, you will see that I have actually brought this entire scene over to Godot. And I've actually profiled this so that we could get you some numbers here. And we'll run it here in a second so you can see it. But on the world environment, you'll see I'm using SSIL, which is screen space indirect lighting. I'm using SDFGI, which is Godot's fully dynamic GI solution, which is similar to UE5's Lumen. And we're using Glow, which is essentially Bloom. And we're using volumetric fog, which is the same as Unreal's atmospheric fog. So we are at one-to-one parity with feature sets. However, because we're in Forward Plus in Godot, we get hardware AA. We get basically MSAA 4X, which is not the most that Godot can give you. It can go up to 8x and still be really performant. And if you wanted to save here, we could forego the 4x MSAA, and we could use screen space AA and pick something like SMMA, which is an average, a little bit more expensive than FXAA, but gives you a really smooth, really good visual clarity. I just prefer MSAA in this stylized form, and we'll go ahead and hit play here so you can see the performance of this guy as we move around the scene. And we are in, and no ghosting. Edges are super, super clean and super sharp. I would say even more so than Unreal's TAA, even though I modified the mess out of it. So global illumination is working. We're getting bounce lighting off of other surfaces. Ambient occlusion is working. Places that should be dark are dark. Little contour areas like that are cut off from direct sunlight. Shadows are clean. And the surfaces of areas that are lit are bouncing this light and causing this ambient glow that you see here on the other side. And overall, I would just say this is a gorgeous showcase of Godot 4.5's capabilities, especially for these stylized based projects like this. Yeah, I just could not be happier with its capabilities and what direction it's headed in. So yeah, wonderful little asset here. I left the camera in on the export there. That's funny. But yeah, we will hit F8 here, and we'll go back and we'll take a look at the profiler. There's a lot of messages here from going from 441 to 441 to 4.5. It's just some GUID stuff. It's using text lookups, but yeah, the profiler for the monitor on the FPS, you can see we are between 190 bumping all the way into the 318 line, so 236. On average, we're seeing anywhere between a plus 60 all the way up to a plus 100 FPS average over what we were able to achieve with UE5, and that is with all the bells and whistles. So yeah, still a very, very, very performant engine, even with all of these things. And then keep in mind, you have additional options to cut back shadow distance. It was pretty far in this scene. You can go with SMAA instead of MSAA. You could lean on TAA, which is the far cheaper option, but you would need to tweak some of the sampling values, etc., to get a sharper image. But anyway, leave some comments down below and let me know what you guys think. It is the editor is a pleasure to work with, just so you guys know. If you're an engineer that is not detoured by multiple languages, if you are familiar with Python maybe, or languages along that lines, GDScript is pretty, even Java to some degree, GDScript is pretty easy to get your head around. And just working within this editor is not that monstrous of a task, especially if you've got some time working within other editors like Unity or Unreal. But yeah, leave comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. Remember to look in the comment section up above, the description section, up above, and grab that Discord link to the Wild Ox Studios Discord. We have a ton of Unity, Godot, and Unreal Engine guys over there that love to talk stuff like this. We would be happy to have you. Consider joining the Wild Ox Studios YouTube family. You'll see the link in the description as well. And until next time, guys, happy developing and toodles.